This is Tom Maines here in the San Antonio Botanic Garden, and I'll give you a little tour of their cactus garden. They have a lot of things here that are only suitable for warmer areas of the hill country, including some big Argentine saguaros, but some of that type of planting will not do well in most of the hill country. I'll try to focus on the things that will grow throughout most of the region. So here we are in the cactus garden. I'll also cover some of the woody lilies or succulents in this video. This is a really nice example of the Nelson's Nolina, which grows naturally in Mexico. It grows into a small tree eventually. But as you can see, this is a really striking plant. This is the black lace cactus, Echinocereus, reichenbachii, variety albertii. This is a really nice plant that I like a lot, Gopher Plant, Euphorbia rigida. It has evergreen foliage. In the early spring, there will be yellow flowers at the tips of the branches. Then it renews itself from the base. I had a nice clump of this but lost it when I transplanted it, so I'm starting out with some new ones, but it's very well adapted and the deer don't eat it. Euphorbia rigida. Here's a beautiful cactus that's native over a large part of the hill country. The Scarlet Hedgehog, Echinocereus, coccineus. This is a really nice clump, and in the late spring it has bright red flowers. Scarlet Hedgehog. This is the smooth Sotol, Desularian quadrangulatum, I believe it is, but this is probably the most harmless of the Sotols. The leaves are very smooth, and it's well adapted over the region. Eagleclaw Cactus, Echinocactus horizontaloneus, native to the Trans-Pecos and the very western edge of the hill country. Here we have Yucca rostrata, beautiful blue-green foliage. Fishhook Barrel Cactus Wislesinii. It's native from Arizona over to the El Paso area and down into Mexico. I've seen this one grow in other parts of the hill country as well, including Kerrville. This one has fruit, as you can see. These are edible. Barrel cactus. This is the golden barrel, Echinocactus grusonii. I wouldn't recommend this over most of the hill country. I have several of these. I lost quite a few of them in a hard winter. I do still have a few left in zone 8B, but generally I think you're safest with these here in zone 9 and south. Golden barrel. This is the very popular agave victoriae-reginae. Here we have pitaya, a cactus that's native to the western part of the hill country and farther west and south. This is Echinocereus ineacanthus, pitaya. And here we have an artichoke agave, Agave perii. Here's a planting of the Opuntia violacea santorita, the purple prickly pear. You can see the wonderful purple color that these develop in the winter. These are quite cold hardy and good through most of the region. They do need very good drainage. Purple prickly pear. This is the whale's tongue agave, Agave ovatifolia. Another example of the whale's tongue agave. Here we have Yucca Philippa. This is good through at least the warmer parts of our region, if not all of the hill country region. This will actually grow into a large tree with time, but of course it takes many, many years. Here's a smaller example of the Yucca Philippa, and you can see why it has that name, because of these long filaments on the foliage. Yucca Philippa. I'm inside the desert garden greenhouse at the San Antonio Botanic Garden, but this is actually a native hill country cactus that will grow outside. This is a really nice specimen. It has lots of fruit on it. This is the Texas Nipple Cactus, Mammillaria prolifera. I've had really good luck with this in my cactus garden at home. Here we have a planting of the native hill country Sotol, Daesalerion texana, and just below it, a North Texas native, the pale leaf yucca, Yucca pallida. This is Agave Americana. This is a massive specimen, at least 7 feet high, with a lot of pups around the base. Agave Americana. And another. If you like aloes, this is a great one for the hill country. Here it is in the winter, and it does sometimes burn on the tips of the leaves, but otherwise the plants are fine. And they form abundant suckers, as you can see. This patch is about 4 feet across. I've had these many years. But this is probably Aloe saponaria, or a hybrid of that species. There may be a form of Aloe maculata that's very similar, and perhaps that's what this is. And aloe is also hybridized, so it could even be a hybrid. Anyway, this is one that I got from a friend, and he got it from another person, and it's just been passed along. So it's something that's sort of a pass-along plant in the hill country and South Texas, I suppose. Aloe. There are many kinds of aloes, and very few do well in the hill country. This is one that's done pretty well for me. Aloe striatula. It makes somewhat of a bush. And we've been through 15 degrees this winter, and all I'm seeing is a few little brown leaves here, but otherwise it's fine, and it's been unprotected all winter. Aloe striatula.